Hey everyone, in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I made this Valentine's Day themed intro using CapCut and Canva on my iPhone for free. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up Canva, and then you're going to click on the search bar at the top and you're going to search YouTube intro. And you're going to see one pop up right here. It has the YouTube logo and it says 1080p. You're going to click on that one. Then you're going to see a rectangle with a plus sign and you're going to click on that one. And then you're going to go to elements and you're going to scroll down until you find the option that says grids. You're going to click see all and you're going to click the third one in the middle down that has the 3 grids just like this. You're going to click on where it says spacing and you're going to put the grid spacing all the way down to 0. Then from there, you're going to click on where it says camera roll and you are going to find the images that you want to go in each grid. You're just going to click on it. It's going to show up on the screen and you're going to drag it into each of the grids. So again, you're going to click on the image that you like and that you want in your grid. You're going to click on it, click add to page and drag it into each of the individual grids, just like I'm doing on the screen. Then if you need to adjust them like I'm doing, you're just going to double tap on each of the grids. And you can zoom in, zoom out, do whatever you need to do to get your photos to look right. Once you get the images to look the way you would like them to look, you are just going to download them and make sure you are downloading them as a PNG. And then you're just going to click download and it's going to save to your device. Then we are going to go into CapCut and we are going to click on where it says new project and you're going to go to photos and you are going to add the image that we just saved in Canva into your project. Then you are going to click on it and you are just going to drag it out to about 5 seconds long. From there, we are going to add effects. You're just going to click on effects and then video effects. And the first one we're going to type out is Twinkle2. And you're going to search that and it is going to be either the first or second one there. It says Twinkle2, just like that. And you are going to drag it all the way out. Then you're going to go back into video effects and we're going to search roses. And then again, it's going to be one of the first 2 there. And I'm just going to click on where it says adjust. And I'm putting mine to about 37 on speed, but you can do whatever you like and you think looks best for you. And you're just going to click the check mark and you're going to drag it all the way out, just like we did with the Twinkle2. And it should look something like this for now. Then we are going to add text. Now for the text, you can choose a font that is already in CapCut if you would like, but I am going to be adding a font that is not in CapCut. So I'm just going to click on text. I'm going to type in the name that you're going to use for your channel. And for us, we are going to go to dafont.com. Again, you do not have to do this step, but I wanted to use a custom font. And you're going to go to the search bar at the top and you are going to search Be My 𝐻𝐿ightertine. And that is the name of the font we are going to be using. It's this one right here. You are just going to click on the button that says download and you are going to download it to your files. This is how to do it on an iPhone, by the way. Then you're going to go to your files and you are going to see it right there. You're going to hold down on it and click on the button that says uncompress and it should look like that. Then we're going to go back into CapCut. You're going to click on add font. You're going to scroll down until you find that font. Click on the font that says Be My 𝐻𝐿ightertine.ttf and it should add it right into CapCut. And this is how it will look. For this font, if you put one of the stars that I just showed on the screen, it'll give you a heart. If you don't use this font and you still want a heart, you can just use an emoji heart. That will work as well. But for this, we are using the star symbol. But again, you do not have to use this font. You can use any font of your choice. Then we are going to go to stroke and we're going to choose that red color that we chose there. And we're going to just lower the stroke down a little bit. And then we're going to go to shadow and we're going to click on black and we're going to put the opacity to about 25% or whatever looks good for your name. You can follow along to what I am doing on the screen, and if you're confused, you can ask any questions in the comments below. But we're just going to go to animations, and there is plenty of different animations here, but I am using a free one called Open, and I'm putting it to about 1 second. But again, if you have Pro, you can use any one you want, but I wanted to make this intro completely free, so I am using the Open animation. And then lastly, we're going to go back into video effects and we're going to search Butterfly Dream. It's going to be the first one right there, and you can click on it and you're just going to click on the check mark and drag it all the way out like we've done with everything else. And it should look like this. The name should look like it's coming in while the Butterfly Dream is going out. Once you have the first slide looking like this, you are just going to save it to your device. Then you're going to click on new project and you're going to add that video that we just made into that new project. Then you are going to click on where it says cover, and it should have that little pencil icon, and you're going to select a cover that you are going to remember so you know this is the final project. And we're going to go back to the final project later to add transitions. And then this is optional, but you can click on the bottom right hand corner. You'll see 3 dots. You can click on where it says rename and you can type out the word final or whatever you want to name your final project. But again, that's not necessary. That's just to keep you organized. Once you have that, you are going to go back into new project and you're going to add that same photo from before that we made in Canva, and you're going to drag it back out to about 5 seconds long. We're going to go back to effects and then video effects, and you're going to search the words roses again, and it's going to be the first or second one like that. And this time we're going to put it to about 29 speed, and you're going to click the check mark on that, and you're going to drag it all the way out just like we're doing here. And then we're going to click on video effects again, and we're going to search the word stellar, and it's going to be the first or second one again, and I'm just going to drag that one also to about 29, and it should have this cool kind of star outward look, and you're going to drag that one all the way out as well. Then from there, we are going to go into our search engine. I'm just using Safari again, and I'm just typing in the word red heart PNG, and there's plenty of different options here. I go with this one right here that you see. It's a PNG, so I'm just going to hold down on it, and I'm going to click save to photos, and we're going to go back into CapCut. If the background isn't erased, you can always erase it in an eraser app or website. I always have one linked in the description below. But we're just going to click on overlay, add overlay, and we're just going to add this heart right into the center like this. And we're going to drag it all the way out to the beginning and to the end just like this. Then from there, you are going to click on add overlay again, and you're going to click on videos, and you're going to find a video that you want to go into the heart. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll until we find the option that says mask. And once you find it, you are going to click on it, and you're going to scroll until you find the heart option, and you're going to use your 2 fingers to extend it out. And you'll notice if you extend it too much, you're going to see lines, which you don't want. So you just want it so the lines aren't showing. And then you're going to see this white circle with arrows, and you can play around with that just a little bit. It's just going to blend the corner so the heart isn't so strong, but that's completely up to you. It just blends out the shape a little bit, so you'll see what I mean on the screen. But again, you don't really have to play around with that if you don't want, but I think it just makes it look nice and a little more cohesive. And so once you get that the way you would like it to look, I am just going to click on volume and remove the volume of the video if your video has volume. And I'm just going to play around with the clips a little bit. If your video fits perfectly in the heart, you will not have to do this, but I am just going to be playing around with it, and I'm just going to put the parts of the video that I want in the heart. So I am just shrinking the video a little bit down. And then the video switches to a different scene that I don't really like. So I'm just cropping that part out by using the split feature, and I'm just deleting that out. This part is completely not necessary, but I just felt like the video didn't look right. So I'm just playing around with the speed a little bit so that the video is a little bit longer. Again, if your video fits nicely, you do not have to do any of this, but I felt like the video didn't fit right. So I just played around with the speed until it fit the screen just like that. And then from there, we are going to click on where it says add text. And I'm just typing in her Instagram and Snapchat username, which is the same. So I'm just typing it out. And then I'm just going to use the font Montserrat for now. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but we end up changing that later. But if you like this font, you can keep it. And I just went to where it said case under styles, and I just made the whole thing capitalized. We're going to go back to stroke. We're going to click on this red color again right there, and I put it to 35. And I'm just putting it right at the bottom of the heart, just like this, and dragging it out. And then I'm going to click on where it says duplicate, and I'm just going to type out on Instagram and Snapchat. You can type out whatever you would like here. You can put on TikTok, Instagram, or whatever usernames and whatever platforms you want, but that's what I put here. And I'm just going to make it smaller, and I'm going to go to styles and go to spacing, and I just move the character spacing so it's a little bit longer so that the text looks a little bit better here. And I just play around with the text until I get it the way I would like. And again, I do end up changing the font right after this, but this is the font I chose for now. And if you like it, feel free to keep it. It is a free font. But I just play around with the heart and with everything until I get it the way that I would like it to look. Then I go back to style and I click on where it says shadow, and I click on black, and I put the opacity to about 35. And I do the exact same thing for the bottom text. I click on shadow, I click on black, and I put it to about 35%. Then where it says on Instagram and Snapchat, you're going to click on that, click on styles, go to where it says bold italic, and click on the B just so that stands out a little bit more. And again, I'm just going to play around with things. You can make the heart smaller, bigger, you can push it up, down, whatever you feel like looks best for your photos, but you're just going to watch me play around with it for a little bit. From there, you're going to click on your username, and you're going to click on animations, and you're going to scroll until you find open, and you're going to put that to 1 second. Then you're going to click on the text that says on Instagram and Snapchat, and you are going to click on animations, and you're going to scroll down until you find the one that says showing down, just like this. And you're going to also put that one to 1 second, and you're going to click on the check mark. And you want the username to come in first, so I'm just shrinking that first one so that comes in after the username comes in, just like that. And again, I'm just going to play around with it until I get it the way I would like it to look. From there, what we're going to do is, I said I was going to change the font, and I'm going to use this font called Onest-Blk. It's going to be in the description, and it's also on the screen. You can keep the other font that we had before if you prefer that, but I just wanted to change it to this font. I thought it looked better, but again, use whatever font that you feel like looks best. And again, I'm just going to play around with everything, and you can just watch me, and then once we're on to the next thing, I will start letting you know. Once you have everything the way you want it to look, you are just going to click where it says export to camera roll, and once you have it saved to your camera roll, you are going to go back into the one that we saved the cover to that says final, and we are going to add it into our final project just like this. You're going to click on it, and you should have your first slide and your second slide in the final project now. And from there, we are going to start on our third slide. So we're going to go back to the first one that we made that has the butterfly dream. It's the first slide that we made. You're going to click the 3 dots in the bottom right hand corner, and you're going to click on duplicate, and you should have a copy of the first one that we made. From there, you are going to click on video effects, and we're going to get rid of the one that says butterfly dream because we don't want that there. Then you're going to click on the text, and you're going to click on animations, and we're going to scroll up to the top and click none. We do not want an animation on the top. From there, we are going to go to YouTube, and you're going to search subscribe button green screen, and you're going to find this one right here. It will also be linked in the description below, so you don't have to go find it yourself. You can just screen record it from the description below like I'm doing here. And from there, we are going to go back into CapCut, click on add overlay. You want to crop it out. You're going to see mine is already cropped because I already had it, but you're just going to crop it so it's just the green part and not the whole screen recording from YouTube. And I'm just muting mine. If you want the sound, leave the sound. I just wanted mine muted. And from there, we're going to scroll until you find remove BG. Then you're going to click on chroma key, and then you're going to select where it says color picker, and you're going to select the green just like I'm doing here, and it should get rid of all the green. And for the free version, you are just going to higher the intensity to get rid of the green. If you have Pro, you can clean up the edge or feather the edge. I definitely recommend it if you use CapCut Pro, but for this example, it is just the free version I'm going to be using. So this is the way it's going to look. Then I'm just going to make sure it's all the way to the front. And as you can see, it is way too long. So I'm just going to scroll until I find the option that says speed. And then I'm going to click on where it says normal. And I'm just going to put it to about 1.3 seconds, just so that I have the front pop in, and until it hits the bell. I don't need the rest of it there. And I just made it smaller, and then I made sure that it fit the whole screen like I'm doing here. It should look like this. And then from there, I didn't want the blue thumbs up. You can leave it the way it is, but for me, I want the intro to be mainly red. So I just go to where it says adjust, and I scroll until I find HSL. I click on the blue and I lower the saturation all the way down. And then I want the red to stand out more, so I just clicked on the red color, and then I just highered the saturation, and I just lowered the lightness down just a tad bit, so it looked better to me. Definitely not a necessary step, but I just felt like it looked better like that. And from there, you're just going to save it to your device, and then you're going to click on the one that is our final project that says final, just like that. You're going to click on it. It should have our first and second slide. And now you're just going to click on the white plus sign, and we're going to add that last slide into there. And it should look like this. It should have all 3 of the slides in there. And we're just going to shrink each slide to about 3.5 seconds. And we're just going to leave the last slide alone since it has the subscribe button. And you're going to click on the white line between the first and second slide, and we're going to click on where it says mask, and there are plenty of different options. I really liked that rose option that I showed you, but for this, we're just going to click on the one that says erase since this is a free version. And then I'm just going to make the first slide a little bit shorter because I feel like it's too long. And again, this is going to depend based on how you want your intro and how long you want it to be, but that's what I'm doing here. And I'm doing the same thing with the second slide. I feel like it's a little too long, so I'm just shrinking it till I get it the way that I think looks best. Again, we could have 2 different opinions. You could keep yours longer or shorter, whatever you like best. And then you're going to click on the white line between it to add a transition. And we're just going to search white smoke, and we're going to put that to about 1 second. It should be the first one there, and it should look like this. And there are plenty of other transitions if you don't like these specific transitions. There's free ones, there's pro ones, but again, this is a free version tutorial, so that is why I am showing you it with free transitions, but this is the way that it looks. Then from there, we're going to add a song. So you're going to click where it says plus add audio, and there's plenty of different options, but I just clicked on extract and I added a song from the intro I previously made into it, and it looks something like this. From there, you can click on the last slide and click on animation, click on out, and there's lots of pretty options. There's this pretty heart option that's a pro. I think that one is really pretty if you have pro, and if not, we're going with this one here that says fade out. And it's going to look like this. It is also very pretty. It just turns it to black and it looks like this. And again, I'm just playing a little bit around with the lengths. And once you get the intro the way you would like it to look, you're going to click on export. For the highest quality, you're going to put it at 4K at 60 FPS. I have Pro, so I put optical flow on, but you don't have to do that. And make sure HD is on, and you're just going to export it to your camera roll. And this is the final intro, guys.